Welcome back to the podcast. It is time to wake up and be wealthy, and I am so excited that you're here because we're talking about a really awkward topic, which is the messy middle. What is it? How do we get through it with ease, flow, and fun? And it is something that I think so many people are experiencing, and when you don't know what it is, it can feel so incredibly awkward and like it's never going to end, and then we like want to like run away or like hide and watch Netflix all day, right? So I just want you to hear what the messy middle is, and if it's you, like where you're at in your journey, I want you to be excited of like, okay, like I'm going to embrace the messy middle, and we'll talk about how to do that and all the things. But I want you to have like a lot of fun in the messy middle. So we'll talk about all of this today. So I'm so excited that you're here. So grateful for our amazing podcast sponsor today, which is my girl Nicole. She is like the the ads queen. Truly, like I've followed her journey for so long, and her confidence has just grown and grown and grown, and she is truly so freaking good at ads. And she really believes that paid advertising doesn't have to be scary or expensive. If you're looking to learn about ads, become an ads manager, or have someone who has helped, her clients make over $6 million in revenue from ads in just 3 years, you can reach out to her. I will make sure her link for connecting with her is in the show notes. But Nicole is just amazing to follow on social. She has amazing containers that you can learn how she does what she does to then go back and do it for yourself and or other people. And also has containers where she'll go ahead and like take all of your ads, or just even if you don't have ads, help you get ads up and running and get them converting. She is just brilliant. Brilliant. So excited for you to connect with her. Thank you, Nicole, for sponsoring multiple days of the podcast. So this won't be the last time that you hear her name. And also, she has an episode where she talks about ads, which is really, really powerful. So make sure that you listen to that episode, which is super, super valuable. So let's talk about this messy middle. So, what is the messy middle? Let's like start there, because I feel like once you know what it is, it can feel so much better. So, I don't know about you, but middle school, so we're going to go back in time. We're not even going to like talk about entrepreneurship for a second, but I don't know about you, but when I was in middle school, it was the messy middle. It was so awkward. I had so much acne. I had like a gap in between my teeth. I was a little bit more overweight, and it was uncomfortable. It was um, painful. It like I can't even put it into words how I felt. And I can't imagine being a middle schooler in today's world with the Kardashians and, all the magazines and all the social media. I think it actually is harder to be a middle schooler being in the messy middle nowadays, but it was still challenging then. And it was so awkward, and it feels like it's never going to end, right? Like I had all these crushes on boys, but they wanted nothing to do with me. And that is painful within itself. I tried out for so many sports teams and got rejected. Like I said, I didn't have braces until I was a little bit older. So I had to like get made fun of because of the gap. I had so much acne on my face. So I would like cake on foundation to try to cover it up. And what's so interesting is I went from that girl that was so rejected, that really hid out, to the student council president for multiple years, which was unheard of, like the executive president, which oversees everyone. I was a part of National Honor Society. I started a freaking nonprofit organization when I was 16 years old. I spoke at graduation in front of thousands and thousands of people. I literally met the man of my dreams, which is now my husband. Like I went from feeling so lost and looked over and not confident to this thriving human being, right? And there's still parts that are messy now, but that was probably the most painful part of my journey when I was very much younger, right? And that there's still pieces and parts of those moments that stick with us, right? Like the rejection piece, the being overlooked, all of these things and so much more can be like huge triggers for us now as adults if we don't know like what's going on. So now I want to fast forward to the messy middle of entrepreneurship. Okay. So this podcast episode is really for people that have already started their business and they've gotten some success, but it has completely hit a plateau and they're working and working and working and they feel like they're on the hamster wheel and they don't know what to do next, right? Like things feel stressful, things feel messy, like maybe there's a giant to-do list, maybe there's a bunch of emails, like you also may be like not hitting a plateau and you're scaling so fast and that's making it be messy. So messy can mean so many different things. I have had the most biggest blessing to look into so many different businesses over all the years. And let me just tell you, there are millionaires that have really messy lives. And I feel like I hope that just like makes you like remember that like you don't have to be perfect to really like make a lot of money, right? And like I think we also think in our heads like, oh well, when I get to this like dollar figure, that like my whole life is going to be organized, everything's going to be so perfect, right? But you're still the same person, right? You just have bigger responsibilities, right? As you continue to grow a bigger business. And so you're still the same person. You still have your same quirks, right? And so messy is going to mean different things depending on where you're at in your journey. But I want you to embrace the messy middle and have fun with it. Like I keep chasing and chasing for my inbox to be at 0 because that's a very trendy thing. And I'm just going to like let that go. Okay. So this podcast episode, I want you to let some things go. Like my house will never be perfect. It's very organized, right? Like especially with somebody helping me clean it and maintain it, but it's never perfect. Like by 6 p.m. tonight, it'll be like a tornado has gone through it because I have a 5-year-old, right? And so I have just let go of some of my expectations to enjoy the journey. And I think that is a big piece that's missing for so many people is they're so fucking stressed about their email inbox, their to-do list, their big money goals. And it's just a recipe for you not to enjoy it. It's a recipe for it to feel heavy. It's a recipe for attracting negative energy, right? Actually, like every time that I am crushing it in my business, it's because I'm letting go of the little things. I'm not stressed about them, right? I am embracing the journey. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm having fun. I am pouring into self-care. I'm really just making sure my cup is full. And that doesn't mean everything around me is perfect and like put together, right? Like I have emails in my inbox right now. I have Facebook messages that need to be responded to. I have Instagram messages. I have a to-do list that keeps growing and growing and growing. And like being an entrepreneur, we get to embrace the mess. There's going to be a mess and we get to have fun in the mess because you're an artist. You want it to be a little messy. And I just want you to take the stress as much as you can away from you and just take a step back and be like, okay, how can I have more fun, right? How can I let, the little things just be there and it be okay, right? Like tomorrow morning, I already earmarked some time. I starred some of my emails and those are the most important emails that do need a response. Like there is a little bit of urgency there, which does weigh on me, right? Like I always want to get back to people in a timely manner, but I'm also only one person. And so to put the stress and demand of everything on myself is just not fair and I don't want to do it. And it's not something I want to subscribe to. So I have set a time aside in the morning tomorrow. I have the starred messages and I'm going to set that amount of time and have as many of the starred messages as I can get through. I'm going to get through. So I like to make things like a game. I'll a lot of times pull things from my to-do list and put them on post-it notes on my desk or wherever I'm working that day. And I'll make that a game of like, okay, let me see how many like little things I can get done. And also making sure I'm getting the big things done, right? Like I want you to put more of your energy into the the activities that are actually going to move your business forward faster, right? Put more of your energy there, because if we keep stressing about the to-do list or stressing about, you know, the email inbox, are those things really that important, right? Like if you have leads in there, let's respond to those first, right? If you have bills that need to be paid, let's do those, right? I really think the biggest, most important part of entrepreneurship, of enjoying it, is prioritizing, which is not the easiest thing to do. But when you really like zoom out, what is my goal, right? What are the big pieces and tasks that are going to get me there? Let's prioritize those. So like my podcast recordings are very high priority. We're already ahead. Like I record them live on social media and then they get repurposed to the podcast. So we're already ahead, but I don't want to not be ahead, right? So I prioritize it so we can keep that beautiful flow going, so we're not stressing about it, right? I love not stressing. So in order to do that, I'm going to keep moving the needle forward, one podcast recording at a time. I used to batch record them and like it just felt so draining, right? And so that didn't feel good to me. And so I shifted. And I just want you to get back in the driver's seat of really looking at, okay, what's feeling messy, right? And is there any way I can systematize it, organize it, automate it, and equally just enjoy it more, right? Like if your to-do list is stressing you out, then let's reorganize your to-do list, pull out the most important things that you're only focusing on this week, because that list is going to get way small, right? If you're looking at all the things you want to do indefinitely, that's overwhelming, right? Have that list. It's very, very important, but then let's chunk that out. Pull the things for the month, then pull for this week. And then whatever doesn't get done this week, let's carry over to the next week. Every entrepreneur is so different, which makes it so challenging. But the more you're in the driver's seat and you're really checking in with yourself of like, how am I feeling, right? And am I putting unnecessary pressure on myself, right? I'm very big on that. I put a lot of pressure on myself. And so the moment that I can just zoom out and say like, does this need to get done today? Like, am I stressing myself out, right? For no reason? And if so, like, okay, let's pause and let's take a breath and let's enjoy this. Like, I want to enjoy every minute of my life. I'm not even joking. Like, from the time that I wake up to the time I go to bed, I want to enjoy every single second. And it doesn't mean that there aren't meltdowns happening. There aren't, clients that are having a breakdown or anything like that. But when I am so emotionally regulated and taking care of myself, those things don't feel so overwhelming, right? When I can come into a space for my clients that I have my oxygen mask on, I could truly support them on the deepest level. And that is really, really important to me. Same for my kids. When I come into a container with my kids, I know that sounds so like official, but I want to be mom, right? I don't want to have to be on a client call or be trying to record a podcast. So I've created some really solid boundaries in my life, in my business, to accommodate for that, because that's what I need right now, right? And so I am still in the messy middle, but it doesn't feel so chaotic. It doesn't feel so heavy. It doesn't feel so overwhelming. And it's because I've been in the driver's seat speaking up for myself for what I need. I was on multiple calls today and I was able to really come and have the best energy and be super present, still do bathroom breaks, still get a lunch in, right? Like still take care of me. And it felt so good. Like it was in this beautiful flow all day. So you'll still be in the messy middle, but I want it to feel good. And so if you're in the messy middle and it's feeling, like it's feeling so heavy, so stressful, so overwhelming, without really changing a ton, right? We can make it feel good. And you still be doing similar things, if not the same exact things. Isn't that wild? Like literally, you can be in the same messy middle tomorrow, but it feels so different because of what we're doing to engineer your schedule, your energy, your vibe, right? Your structure, your priorities, and just like let go of what doesn't matter anymore. Like, and not even let go, but just not let it bother you, right? If some dishes stay in the sink, I'm okay with it. Like, do I like think about it for a little bit longer than I would like to admit? Probably, but then I'm like, stop myself and say, does it really matter? Right? Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to choose cuddling with my family than doing dishes, and I can always do those in the morning, right? And so I just want you to enjoy this journey so much more, because it is one of the biggest attractions to more clients, to more success, to more enjoyment. Like, you enjoying it is the secret sauce. It really is. And like, enjoying it is not always easy when you feel like you still like have more money goals that you wanted to like you want to reach, but there's always going to be the next finish line, right? Like, I'm going for a big money goal, but I know it's not going to be the only one, right? And so instead of stressing about it, I really do know in my heart of hearts, the more I just actually enjoy this process, surrender, let go of the little things, work with my brain, my beautiful ADHD brain, connect with amazing humans, create powerful content, right? Like, it sounds so basic, it sounds so simple, but it freaking works. It worked 17 years ago and it works now. Like, it hasn't changed because it's tried and true strategies that will stand the test of time. Because it's been me the whole way through all of those 17 years. And I've gone through multiple identity shifts throughout that whole time. But these tried and true strategies, a lot of which I shared today and mentioned, they just work, right? Because they're built on mindset. They're built on relationship building. They're built on enjoyment. Like, those will never change, right? Like, marketing strategies will change, but at the end of the day, marketing is all about relationship building. It's trust, right? No matter what the modality is. And so when we can just really enjoy this process, everything will fall into place and it will feel so good and it will be in the right timing. I actually had a moment of gratitude this morning because I haven't hit a big milestone that I've been wanting to hit, 100K months, if you don't know, if you aren't following along. But I had a moment of gratitude this morning because I was like, I know the universe has been protecting me. I had a baby 6 months ago. I needed that time to get my life in order, to enjoy my baby, to get certain systems in place in my business, move into this office space. This office space is not fully up and running yet, right? Like, there's still so many things to do. And so this sounds bananas, but like, I really know that the universe has been protecting me. Like, the universe knows once these things are in place, it's like all bets are off. And so I just keep focusing on, okay, what's the next thing I can do? What's the next thing I can do? What's the next thing I can do? And just keep getting ready, because I know when it happens, it's going to be the perfect timing and I'm going to be prepared for it. It's going to feel good because everything has felt good until this point. I'm not banking on a milestone to give me joy, give me fulfillment, give me validation and meaning. Like, I already feel powerful now. I already feel at peace now. I already feel enjoyment now. And so those, they're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because I have them now, right? And this is like the biggest mindset shift that I want so many people to experience, because it's not waiting. It's like, no, we get to feel the feelings now, and they're just going to get bigger and stronger and more aligned, that when that day comes, I really feel like it's closer than I even know, and it's just going to like explode. And I'm going to be like, whoo, I'm so glad that I've been like investing in myself and I've gotten systems in place, because what just happened? I'm so glad that this is getting like marked in time as a podcast episode, because I truly, in my heart of hearts, know that it's coming. My time is coming just as much as your time is coming. And I feel so good. I don't feel like I'm less than. And I think that's so important, because there's always going to be the next milestone, right? Like, there was a moment when I was just starting my online business that I was excited about $1,000 months. And now I'm going for $100,000 months, like plural months, like consistently. I don't want to look back, right? So every milestone is a new identity. a new set of energy, but like it's still built on the core beliefs and really feeling good. Like that will never change no matter what milestone you're going for, whether it's money or not. The the energy and enjoyment and the foundational pieces just get stronger and bigger. And so when we can build them now, it's just going to be cemented in your journey that you like attracts like. And so that's what we want to attract. If you're stressed, it's going to keep attracting stress. And the mess is just going to get bigger and heavier and overwhelming to the point where you have a nervous breakdown. And I don't wish that on anyone, but like it's real. I've been there. I've been there so many times. I've gotten burnout. I've been pulled over on the side of the road from a panic attack. I don't want to go back. Like I made a promise to myself to do this differently, document it, and prove to other women, especially mothers, that this can be done in a very enjoyable, aligned space. Will it take you a little bit longer? Maybe. Like everyone's journey is different, but I'm okay with it taking a little bit longer. I was actually just talking to a friend today and I said, I love slow and steady. That's been my whole career. Slow and steady, right? Like I would prefer that. So I have time to enjoy it. I have time to get organized. I have time to I love connecting with people. And so if I blew up overnight and had thousands of people in our world, I wouldn't be able to be as connected with them. I enjoy getting to know our people, enjoy getting to know them and their journey, and what are their roadblocks? How can we help? I love being on hands-on, and I equally know that there gets to be a process to that. And so that's what we've been working out right now behind the scenes. And so at the end of the day, I just want you to enjoy yourself more. Enjoy the mess. Enjoy the journey. I feel like I keep talking about that, but it's just so important. And I want you to feel what I feel right now. And I know that you can enjoy this more, and you don't have to do it alone. You can hop into our membership and just get so much love and support around you and have so much fun and grow together. So that's what I would love. I would love to grow with you. I would love to support you and get you into this program. And I just can't wait. So make sure you get to know all the details of our amazing membership and what it can do for you. It's super affordable. It's about $100 a month. And you get lots and lots of support to activate you to grow. That is the whole goal. We're not going to just sit back and learn and take notes. It's yes, let's learn and roll up your sleeves and let's get to work. That's where the growth really happens, is you getting messy, you being on the playground of entrepreneurship and playing and learning, letting it be messy, having fun along the way, sharing your journey, and really just becoming better and better every single day. It's you against you. Everyone else is inspiration and evidence that this is all possible. And that is my biggest desire for you, is to know that this is possible for you. And you don't have to want a huge goal, but I want you to pick a huge goal for you, right? It may be paying off your student loans. It may be taking your kids to Disney. It may be becoming debt free, right? Whatever it may be for you, I want you to pick a big goal for you, and your business can absolutely support that big goal on such a fast timeline if you say so. This is possible for you. It's you against you. Let's get to work.